podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com.
Week 1 is in the books.
Eureka.
Hey!
We make plays every day, yeah.
We back at war.
Every day, yeah. We make plays every day,
In
yeah.
the killing fields.
Make plays every day,
It's
yeah.
killer be killed.
We make plays every day, yeah.
Rah!
Yeah. We make plays every day.
The
yeah.
blood stains the ground.
Plays every day, yeah.
Hey!
We make plays every day, yeah.
Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogard Scott-Free, here with my esteemed colleague, The Goo. Just a steamboating and a steamrolling over competition. Shout out to my cousin.
Oh, no, all love, you know what I mean? That's fair. But you know what I'm saying? It was a platinum week 1 for the Goo. Just leave it at that.
And listen, to let you know that we're in mid-season form is when you could tell The Goo is trying to stunt with his platinum status. You know what I'm saying? And the fantasy, let me remind you, the fantasy gods don't like arrogance. But anyways, I've got to take my own advice on that one. Anyways, check this out, Playmakers. For those of you who aren't familiar, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do we're going into week 2. We're getting y'all prepped. This is the injury report / waiver wire target episode. Let's get right into it. Actually, I'm sorry. Before we get into all that, we're gonna handle some quick housekeeping. Go ahead and follow us at the GMM Network on both IG and Twitter. Bam, check. Go ahead, hit subscribe to the GMM Network on YouTube if you haven't already. And go ahead, spike that like. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell. Drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? We will answer questions however way you get it to us. We will assist y'all, Playmakers. Also, you can find the Real Fantasy Playmakers podcast available on all streaming platforms. More specifically, Spotify. Give me money. Check. Boom. Also, you can also find Bogard Scott-Free and all the isms that I bring to the table at the Run Boys Fantasy Network. Go ahead and hit subscribe to our channel over there on YouTube as well. Shout out to the gang. Also, you can find all our latest and greatest articles from all our innovative sports journalists on runboys.com. That's also where you're going to find all our apparel. We also offer a Run Boys premium service where we're charging $5.99, where you can get 24/7 access to your favorite analysts, also exclusive news articles, also exclusive podcasts, etc. And you can find that on our website, runboys.com, or you could hit that join button on the Run Boys Fantasy Network channel on YouTube, and it'll get you set up real nice like. Bam, check. Also want to shout out our sponsor, Milk and Honey TX, for all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness. Visit milkandhoneytx.com. Hey. And Playmakers, you heard it at the beginning of this podcast. This joint is powered by monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code GMM. We'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. If y'all would have been listening to me, you know what I'm saying, this week, I could have won y'all some real coin. I hit on a number of things. You know what I'm saying? We are going to figure out a way to do an exclusive Monkey Knife Fight prop episode over here on the Real Fantasy Playmakers. Me and the Goo, we're just working out a little bit of kinks. But this is a show that you're going to expect to see every week. You know what I'm saying? The waiver wire episodes, the week preview episodes, and the MKF joint. Bam. Once again, that's promo code GMM. We'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. For some clarity, you could put $10, you get dub. You put dub, you get 40. But if you drop all the way up to 50, you get a hundo. Let's get this money. Monkey Knife Fight, give me money. Goo, what's happening?
What it do?
All right. We're going to go ahead and go through these injuries first. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go through the injuries. We're going to go through the waiver wire targets at each position. And we're also going to debut a new segment called Fantasy Row. Row as in WROE. It's an acronym I created for the last couple years. It stands for the wide range of emotions. That's gonna end our show, our Fantasy Row segment. And we're also just gonna definitely just talk about some takeaways from week 1. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone, the draft season's officially over. You know what I mean? Now it's that time to grind. 16 weeks of waivers, hopefully for most of them. You know what I mean? So it begins. It begins.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna start off with these injuries. Now let me just go ahead and find. I'm just going through my notes. Okay, these are the waivers. We're going to find injuries. And boom, here we are. Okay, first out the gate, done for the season. We were joking, pun intended. You will not see a return of the Mac. Marlon Mack, ruptured Achilles, if I had that correctly. Ruptured Achilles.
That is correct. Yes, done. Yes. Jonathan Taylor, Lover owners, got bad news right before week 1. Got even better news right after week 1, unfortunately, from at the expense of Marlon Mack, though.
Yeah. Hell of a song, though. You know what I mean? But also, ironically...
A thing of the past.
Yes, ironically, just a song now. We will not see a return of the Mac. Also, on, on the Monday Nighter, James Conner, gonna monitor him. He had an ankle. You know what I mean? Don't know the severity of it, but we are listing him. He is one of the names that is, notable, so we had to bring him up at the top of the list. Duke Johnson left the game also with an injury on the Thursday Nighter. Justin Jackson left the game early. You know what I'm saying? Also, Big Belly, Lev Bell, also left with a hammy, came back, fucked his shit up more. Boston Scott left the game. You know what I'm saying? And Philip Lindsay also. I want to say it was a shoulder?
I didn't see what it was, but yeah, I saw he left. I thought he might have came back at the end, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, we also don't know the severity of that one, but monitor that, Playmakers. As far as the receivers, it's a little bit of a shorter list. You know what I'm saying? My man Frankenstein, Michael Thomas, got a little bit of friendly fire from that fucking piece of shit, Latavius Murray.
Is it Jared Cook?
Nah, it was Latavius Murray.
Oh, that was Jared Cook hatred in your voice.
Nah, he's on that list now. He's chilling now officially with the likes of the God-Awfuls, the Mark Ingrams, the Will Awfulers, the Jared Cooks. Latavius Murray, go ahead and jump in that little fucking small car with them. Fuck them all. Drive those motherfuckers off a cliff. And then Parker also got hurt. Hammy. You know what I mean? Tight ends. You know what I'm saying? For everybody that was excited for a Blake Jarwin breakout season, that ACL had, the ACL has something to say about that. You know what I mean? He's done for the season. You know what I mean? Is there any other injuries we're missing here? Yeah, off the top of your head that I only wrote down the notable ones. You know what I mean?
Off the top of my head, no. I didn't. No big ones.
Oh, yeah. My bad. And Jorge as well. Sprained knee. God damn it. Forgot to talk about my man Jorge. George Kittle.
Didn't look good, but he's a
still
gamer.
It's a sprained knee though. You know what I mean?
He didn't get carted off, which is always a good thing.
Well, he's George Kittle, bro. Like he will carry a cart. Like, you know what I mean?
It didn't have to come to that, unfortunately, but yes, we are thankful for that.
Yeah. Okay, so those are the notable injuries. Now we're gonna get to the running back waivers, waiver targets. It was important to list off those injuries because some of these waiver wire targets are going to correlate. So we're going to hit it off with running backs first, and then we'll elaborate. So we got my man, the ketchup bottle, Nyheim Hines. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Phillip Rivers then slid through over there, and he's throwing out all the running backs just like he did in the goddamn Chargers. Then
Absolutely. What Hines with Mack out of there, Hines is that veteran who's better probably at pass protection and definitely the receiver. So and he ran. He looked pretty good when he ran too. So Hines is the hot pickup, obviously, at running back for me this week.
And then we don't know the severity of James Conner's injury, but Benny Snail, he's a guy. You know what I'm saying, that you might want to be looking at on the waiver wire. James Robinson, in most competitive leagues, savvy leagues, he's already owned or rostered, what have you. But you know what I mean, he definitely dominated the backfield touches. You know what I'm saying? James Robinson, he's a must pick up as well. You know what I'm saying? And also I'm ordering these in priority, as I say. You know what I'm saying? Because I put Benny the Snail up there because if we wake up tomorrow morning and or not even tomorrow morning, when you hear this, Playmakers, if James Conner is out for weeks or whatever, Benny Snell's the guy to get because he actually looked good. Malcolm Brown, you know what I mean? Malcolm Brown, obviously, you know what I mean? Balled out, you know what I'm saying? With his opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Kind of a crowded backfield, but 60% of the snap count, you know what I mean? Can't sneeze at that. He got all the goal line touches, you know what I mean? And he hit pay dirt twice. Joshua Kelly, you know what I mean? Like I said, Justin Jackson left the game early with a quad, so he's basically never going to get his rollback because Joshua Kelly came out there and then he showed why they drafted him. You know what I'm saying? The jerk McKinnon piled up, a bunch of targets, piled up some receptions. Probably could have won the game for us at one point, but yeah, Jerick McKinnon, a.k.a. the jerk McKinnon, he's a target for the waivers. We're also going to go with Chase Edmonds because Chase Edmonds seemingly has standalone value. And if the dumbass who like I said, in savvy leagues, this guy is already rostered, but if he's out there, you grab him up, Playmakers. You know what I'm saying? Sony Michel, another guy who seemingly went undrafted or at least drafted late. But if he's available, go ahead and grab him up. You know what I mean? Who else we looking here? And Alexander Madison is the last guy on my list. Because this Gary Kubiak system, you know what I mean? He's not going to feature one guy, especially when it's a Dalvin Cook who they need for the long stretch. You know what I mean? Alexander Madison's going to have standalone value as well as be, probably one of the dopest handcuffs to have. You know what I mean? Arguably the dopest. You know what I'm saying? Behind Chase Edmonds and like a Kareem Hunt. Okay, so how you feel about these guys, man?
Hines, I like Hines. He's got season-long value.
Yeah,
so he's the guy to me, even over a Snell.
How much of your fab would you spend? If you had $100, what are you going? 30%, 35%? Like what?
No, not even close.
I mean, because this guy's a season-long guy. This guy's not a rental.
He's a season-long guy, but it depends on what I'm looking at. So value
you need running back.
I mean, if I'm going fab,
PPR. We're only talking PPR.
15 to 25. 25 on the high end.
Okay.
Very high end.
I'm willing to
probably
go
closer to 15 would be my
I'm willing to go 30.
Band.
I'm willing to go
20
30%.
might be my play.
If I need a running back, I'm willing to go 30%.
That's the thing. If you're desperate, he'll go for that amount. But if you're, I guess that's the whole point of it. So, yeah, I could say 25 to 30 is not crazy.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It's hefty price. I wouldn't want to pay it.
Dude, hold on. My cousin's over here. First of all, Playmakers, little side note. My cousin's very passionate guy about fantasy. And our man, the Goo, just beat him. And they happen to be the top two scorers on the week. And it's by a 2.4 margin.
And it was a Melvin Gordon late, too, that just did it. So,
hey,
I'm in danger right now.
Hold on one second. Hey, Blood, I'm in the podcast right now, Blood. You're blowing up my phone. Hey.
I'll meet him in the Super Bowl and I'll beat him.
Oh, all right. Well, the Playmakers heard it. So yes, I like it. I like it. That's what I'm talking about, Blood.
Okay.
All right, for sure. For sure.
I'll get him. All right, for sure.
All right, Blade, peace.
This is what I do, Playmakers. I just, I hate to, I'm going to, I bring out the best in everybody. You know what I'm saying? He really wanted this one. He had a good chance. I was in doubt. I counted it as a loss. I stole it at the end.
He's sweat. This is what he does, Playmakers. He sweats, and then when he pulls it off, he swears it was in the bag the whole time.
Never, no, didn't say that. Sweat it, but when I got it done,
Listen,
I'm the high scorer of the week.
my version's better.
My version, in this case, is the only version.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to add in the running back list Myles Gaskin and Peyton Barber, who I'm just deeper leagues. Myles Gaskin and these guys, I forgot that because I noted them as deeper league guys. But
for sure.
Real quick, let's go to let's talk about Jerick McKinnon. I mean, like, is this just because, we knew that Tevin Coleman, having this sickle cell trait, he was going to be, like, limited in this game? Like, you know what I mean?
No, I think I told you, I think before this game, I thought McKinnon was going to be more involved in the passing game.
Well, because we are wounded at receivers, so.
Exactly. So it was going to be, I thought Jordan Reed or McKinnon would be the guys that kind of step up. McKinnon only got 3 carries. He had 5 targets. I mean, he's not a guy I'm really targeting, to be honest. He's going to have to get more volume. The 6 to 8 touches, 10 touches is not really enough for me. Unless, but Coleman, I think Coleman was just a little bit more of, they were really worried about the whole air quality factor. And
yeah, and him having.
But McKinnon is clearly the pass catcher out of that backfield. Even though Mostert caught the long one, broke on him. Mostert's the guy over there. Until further notice, he's the guy. They're gonna have to lean on him heavily. But McKinnon, if you can grab him if you have Mostert, but outside of that, I'm still not.
Alexander Madison, if you're a Cook owner and you don't have him, like
shame on you.
You're
starters,
a fucking idiot. But you gotta have this guy.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good week for what he's gonna get. Like, I don't think he's gonna get much better than this unless he's scoring touchdowns. So, I mean, you've kind of saw what he's gonna do in his role. He'll rack up some good yardage, but it's really not gonna. He'll get a catch or two, but
he needs the touchdown.
Needs Dalvin to get hurt, and let's hope that does. I mean, I guess it could happen. I have Madison, so that's what he needs.
Myles Gaskin, this one tripped me out.
Yeah, Matt Breida was really not even involved at all.
He didn't get into the game.
5 carries. Jordan Howard got hurt for a little bit, so he was cool. I mean, if he's going to be the guy
I forgot to mention Jordan Howard. He got nicked up. That's right.
He came back. He did come back, scored a touchdown.
But that's why.
Rushed for a whopping, I think, 8 yards on 7 carries.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm staying away from that entire backfield anyway. That's where my stance has been.
I was kind of a fan of it. I'm officially, after 1 week,
because ain't nobody talked about no Myles Gaskin. And I forgot Myles Gaskin was drafted by this regime.
Yeah, no, I mean, shit. He's in there. They need somebody to make plays. So, not somebody I'm really targeting, but if you can get somebody, you need a running back, anybody, sure. Not mad.
Well, okay, so, and then Chase, I just have a question. Like, if you had a Chase Edmonds, or if you, right, or if he's available, obviously grab him. And if you're a Drake owner, man, you better have Chase Edmonds. But I'm just saying, if he's not, and you don't have Drake, but you acquire Chase Edmonds.
You talk to the Drake owner.
Are you? Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not exactly interested in flexing him out.
No, I don't want to play any.
This was interesting, though. This was interesting, though. I think this is something that'll continue, though.
And which is what?
Like scripted plays for Chase Edmonds. Like, they had the Chase Edmonds, when he scored, they were both on the field, him and Drake.
Right. It was kind of I don't want to say a gimmicky play, but it was a Pop Warner formation touchdown. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to be doing that all year, but I mean, he's in there. He got 9 touches, a couple more targets. So I mean, he's going to be involved a little bit. He looks nice. I like the way he runs. So I mean, he's a nice compliment to Drake. So he should be in there. But again, these guys don't have much value to me. They're guys that you're playing in emergency and you're keeping
or
as
deeper
handcuffs
leagues
because they're elite handcuffs. You know what I mean? But like, if I'm grab Chase Edmonds, I'm not going to be happy. I don't want to flex him. I don't want to play him. It's a desperation spot if you have to do that at this point.
Would you rather flex him or Alexander Madison? I think Madison. I think Madison has a role, bro.
It's the same thing.
Gary Kubiak likes to have. He likes a timeshare.
You can be sure that I guess Madison's going to get his catch.
Yeah.
Into this every week.
Oh, there he is.
But he could be. But I mean, I think Madison right now at this point is more locked in. So if you're asking me right now, I'll take Madison in the elite handcuff role. I guess if that's what we're asking. Yeah.
Okay. And James Robinson, any love?
Love James Robinson. Just going to be the guy over there, right? Chris Thompson was not on the field, which
And James Robinson has pass catching chops in his repertoire.
Yes, he'll be the guy that gets most of the work. It might not be flashy. It might be cheap volume, but it's volume, and you didn't pay for him. Probably picked him up in most spots. So I mean, you can't be mad at that. All you got to hope for is.
And I mean, if he's know in a lot of leagues, like I said, competitive leagues, savvy leagues, this guy's not available. But if he is available, that's why he's
jump on him.
Yeah,
jump on him. He goes to the top of that list with Hines.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead on over to the receiver targets for your week 2. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead with starting off with two players I was drafting at the end of all my drafts as much as possible. Anthony Miller and the Frenchman, Perry Campbell. Sacre bleu.
Yeah, they were cool. Anthony Miller's snap count wasn't very high, but he did produce at the end there with the touchdown, especially. Paris Campbell looked good for sure. Definitely. Separated himself from.
He seems like Phillip Rivers' new Keenan Allen type.
Absolutely. T-Wise is a little long in the tooth now. It's not what he used to be. He's not the burner. Campbell's there. He's got the dump off running back. He's got so. Campbell looked nice. I like his role there. So he's a definite. I'll go for him, and for sure. Miller, there's some other guys maybe I like, but he's cool too. If you need somebody, I will go get him. He's going to get nice targets.
Yeah. Okay, Jalen Reagor. He only had one for 50-something, but he's the guy they're looking to, I'm assuming, for the goddamn... him coming back to play was kind of nice. It showed kid's pretty tough, but he'll be there. He'll have some big games, I think, if they're just throwing deep to him, but... That's not going to be a very reliable situation. I think Philly's going to be kind of. I don't trust them right now. It's going to be a bumpy ride for Philly this year. So I'm pretty sure this next guy is rostered already, but he's not 100% rostered in most leagues. Sammy Watkins,
absolutely. I mean, God, he's going to get single coverage all year long.
Yeah, just got to stay healthy.
If he's not out there, yeah, definitely.
He's a flex at best, though.
He's more of at best.
He's more of a DFS play to me.
Yeah, more of a stash and just strengthen your bench type guy. And then if, God forbid, something happens to Tyreek Hill, you've lucked into a nice little situation there.
Okay. How much do you buy into the 12 gauge, Russell Gage? Because he's next on this list.
That's that one I'm not buying into. That one looks a little bit more like fool's gold to me.
I think he's a product of the fact that Hayden Hurst Helmsley was always drawing Jamal Adams or Bobby Wagner, and Matt Ryan was just not trying to go that way.
Absolutely. I mean, he didn't. He was the only guy who didn't really do much in the passing game, but
you
can go get him because Atlanta's going to be in that situation a lot, I think. Where they just have to throw, and they're either in shootouts or they're way behind. So they're not going to be just dominating games very often this year. So that game script's going to be there. So you can get him. It's more of a stash, not somebody I'm rolling out next week with confidence.
Okay. Hold on, I just lost the list. We're going down the list, and we're going with Laviska Shenault.
I like that. I grabbed him in one of my leagues right Sunday morning, just as a speculative pickup. And
I'll tell you this much, bro.
It's a nice speculative pickup.
Because they're going to throw the ball a lot.
Absolutely.
Even though they only threw it 20 times, and my man, Gardner Minshew, the Ginsu, razor sharp swag, slicing and dicing, 19 for 20.
Absolutely. It's like you're like a proud father.
I know, right? And like I want a piece of him. In this case, you want the guy who's gonna get more single coverage than anything. You know what I mean? And that would be Laviska Shenault.
Absolutely. I like it. He should be the number 2. I think D.D. Westbrook was a healthy scratch in that game.
Yep, sure was.
Keelan Cole caught a touchdown, but so you'll see they'll kind of probably trade off on games on who kind of has the second game there between.
But it's gonna be Shenault eventually.
Better player. I'll take the better player that they want, and he even got a couple carries. Like they want to give him the ball. So
yeah, he's a playmaker.
Yeah, I like that pickup a lot for sure. I'll jump on that.
Okay, who else do I got here? Yeah, Laviska Shenault.
Robbie Anderson might be out there. He had a big game.
Oh yeah, Robbie Anderson is definitely gonna be available, and you know how I feel about the string bean.
Yeah,
love the string bean. You know how crazy I was going? That's another proud father moment. I was like, look at my guy. Look at my guy.
Yeah, but that was a couple years ago. But he's still one of your. He's like your nephew now.
Yeah, he's like the stepson. He was like my stepson, but now I divorced his moms, and I'm like, I still love the kid.
Still love him, but he's a thing of the past. Another guy. What about Marquez Valdez-Scantling?
I mean, but see, you can say the same thing about Alan Lazard.
Exactly, both of them.
But see, here's the thing is, man, we all know the Vikings were one of the teams who led the league in giving up. They were one of the teams that gave up the most touchdown receptions to opposing wide receivers. And they kind of, they got rid of Xavier Rhodes and Trey Lanes. And now they got these new guys, and they're picking it right where they left off. I think Aaron Rodgers was just exploiting the weakness, and that was part of the game plan, and they pulled it off. But I also did say Aaron Rodgers we're going to see more of the old Aaron Rodgers this year.
Yeah, he looked good, man. He did take advantage of that secondary.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of scary, but I loved what I saw from them. I mean, it's shit. If Aaron Rodgers feels good in an offense he hated last year, then they went 13-3, then they're going to be a dangerous team on offense, especially. So, I'd go grab them. Speculative pickups. There's a lot of options at receiver out there that have a chance to be productive guys.
Okay, you're gonna love this last guy on the list right here. You're gonna love this one. You ready for this one?
Go for it.
My man, Corey Davis.
Hey, he's at the top of the list. I see here, 7 for 101.
Let's go.
He flashed. He should. He's a talented guy. But I saw today they didn't pick up his option, so I think he's walking after this year. Yeah, well,
so they have no quarrels with letting him, build his resume to go elsewhere.
Yeah, no, shit. He's got a lot of motivation there. Showed up. We'll see. I don't know. Corey Davis, he had never been a guy I labeled consistent, so we'll see if he does it again. But if he's out there, hell yeah, grab him for sure.
Okay, this is another shorter list. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. It's a tight end list. Actually, it's not as short. It's just like it's kind of like the. All right, so Jonnu Smith. If he's not owned, shame on your league. But he's at the top of my tight end pickups. If he's I have 100% ownership or rostership or whatever you want to call it these days of Jonnu Smith.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's one. He's an easy one. Dallas Goedert, he's out there. You got a ton of work.
Yep, he's next on the list.
Him.
Yep.
Greg Olsen, shit. Russ is gonna throw touchdowns. They always throw to that tight end. Greg Olsen's a touchdown machine.
What was Olsen's stat line? I haven't.
He
looked.
went 4 for 24, but he did get the touchdown. So I mean, he's going to be a touchdown dependent. He's not going to be heavy volume.
Yeah, well,
but
I'm not putting him in.
I like his odds to get a touchdown over there on that team.
And then also Noah Fant. If Noah Fant isn't already rostered, he's the guy. Him and Jonnu Smith are the guy. You go out and you get them.
Absolutely, I'm with you on that one for sure.
I was interested to see if Eric Ebron would make this list, but Frying Pan Hands was back at it again with a drop. I mean, just trying to slap those frying pan hands together. Yeah. So that's why he didn't make the list. Logan Thomas, interesting guy. Over there, playing for the Washington football team.
Former quarterback.
Yep, with Scott, in a Scott Turner system where we've seen the aforementioned Greg Olsen ball out in this system before, and now they need a tight end in that system.
Yeah, he had 8 targets. 4 for 37. They get the touchdown as well. So I'm not mad. Shit, if that volume's going to be there, he's an athletic tight end. So
yeah,
they're desperate for targets over there in Washington.
Knows what a quarterback would like because he is a quarterback converted to tight end. So yeah,
absolutely. So the outside of that, what about quarterbacks? Did you
hold on?
Are you Jordan Reed?
Jordan Reed. This is the last one. Jordan Reed.
Yes.
Like
only if Kittle's out.
I mean, with our how we're depleted. First of all, Jordan Reed. I remember he got 1 catch, then he was already on the sideline like tweaking out off his knee, and I was like, "Come on, bruh." The motherfucker just sneezed and he got hurt. Basically,
the Niners. Like I said, the Niners. If Kittle's out, absolutely. But Kittle hasn't been ruled out, but.
They should not play him. They should not.
The Niners are playing the Jets and the Giants the next 2 weeks, so I wouldn't say that they.
Jordan Reed's a pickup. If they're smart, they let this sprained knee rest for 2 weeks.
Sure, but I mean,
if you're a George Kittle owner, get you Jordan Reed.
You'll need to monitor that situation.
Yes, but I'm just saying though, like this.
It makes a lot of sense, though. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay. Quarterbacks, there wasn't really any injuries, but, you know, because of this show, we have to bring it up. Streaming options, bro. Like, Jimmy G, bro, fire him up against the Jets. If you're in a single QB league and you're streaming the QB position.
I mean, Jimmy G is kind of a guy without his weapons right now. If Kittle's hurt and Debo's out and Ayuk is out, I really don't want that situation. It was going to be, and without that Mostert run, he really didn't have that great of a game.
Hold on,
statistically,
I shouldn't have even put him at the top of the list because at the top of the list is my man Gardner Minshew the Ginsu. You pick him up and you don't need to worry about shit no more. You play him every week, Playmakers.
Absolutely, yes. That's it. I mean, you could grab him now and hang on to him. Streamers, I mean, I'm looking at guys that
Mitchell Trubisky.
Minshew has some season-long value for sure.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Say that again?
Mitchell Trubisky.
What about him?
Playing against the Giants. He's a streaming option this week.
Yeah, he's playing for his life.
Yeah.
Big Ben against Denver?
I mean, I still respect Vic Fangio, but
at Pittsburgh, though. At Pittsburgh.
Listen,
not Denver.
He is a streaming option, obviously, but he's also. I put him in the category of Minshew, where it's like.
Were you impressed with what you saw from Big Ben?
Yeah, once a couple series in, yeah, there was one series where he ran for like 11 yards. He threw for like 100 He went for like 100 yards in a drive and then capped it off with a TD. Yeah, he looked like the rapist we all have known, and I don't want to say loved, but you know what I'm saying. Big Ben Rapistburger, he's back. He's back.
He's gonna throw a touchdown.
4 now.
He can see the field. Another guy. I'm gonna say his name. I said his name before. I like the way Daniel Jones looked. I'm not gonna lie.
But still though,
that Pittsburgh defense.
Danny Dimes is he's rostered though.
That Pittsburgh defense is elite.
Yeah, and he did his thing.
He didn't look overwhelmed. A few times he did. He made a few bonehead plays like on the interception.
Yeah, youngster shit. Yeah.
But outside of that, he made some nice plays, bro, and he didn't. Like I said, he did not look overwhelmed. They were in that game. He didn't choke it away. So I mean, and that was against, like I said, what I consider an elite defense. So I think it's going to get better for Danny Dimes. That can Slayton. I don't know. He most probably was drafted, but
yeah, he was
Slayton,
for sure.
Yeah, but that's a nice pickup, especially if they're targeting him downfield.
But he's
Danny
not.
Dimes, Phillip Rivers. Looks like he's going to be solid. He might, but those are guys. Kirk Cousins. Those are guys that you can. I mean, if they're out there, you can survive.
See, a lot of these guys are rostered. Most of them. That's why I didn't really bring them up. You know what I mean?
Depending. Not in a standard one quarterback league. You're probably looking at some of these guys. Maybe one or two of these are out there.
But you got to admit this. In most single QB leagues where people they say they won't hold on to multiple QBs, they're doing that. So a lot of these guys. I'm
looking at the free agents over here in the TFL. That's a 10-man league though. But I can pull up a 12-man. It's similar stuff in a 12-man.
The TFL is a 12-team league, bro, and it's a super
I'm sorry,
flex.
I meant the GKL.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
different.
Forgive me.
Yeah, that's different.
Forgive me, but yeah. So quarterback, there's still a lot of talent out there, so you'll have a lot of options.
Okay, I like it. We're smashing through this because now we might be able to elaborate a little bit on some takeaways. Yeah, that's pretty much like that. We smashed through the list. So what's some takeaways that from some things you wanna note before we get to our brand new fantasy row segment?
Ooh, man. I mean, where do we begin? I mean, from the start, Seattle looks for real. They look legit. I'm just gonna kind of burn through.
Their defense still doesn't. Their defense doesn't have me sold at all.
Yeah, but Russ just looks like he's a 99 overall.
They came through wanting to throw 45 pass attempts in this game. That's my takeaway from that game.
Russ threw 45. I mean, he was sharp though. He threw 45.
Yeah, fact check me real quick.
No, he threw 35.
35. I'm sorry, I knew that.
31 to 35 though.
31
to
35.
Still, though, it's like
yeah. 45 times was Matt Ryan, right?
54 times.
54 times. Damn, I'm so dyslexic.
Yeah, close. Right numbers, but yeah, no. Love Atlanta's situation. Loved Calvin Ridley getting his money, and Julio. Hayden Hurst, we'll see more of there, but Chris Carson didn't rush the ball well, but shit, he got a couple touchdowns in the air, which kind of saved his day.
You know what?
Russ is so good.
He didn't get no carries within the 5 at all.
Yeah, I'm looking at the box score here. They only ran for 84 yards as a team, so it was a let Russ cook day, no doubt. And he went 31.
Hey, Russell Wilson, remember in the offseason he was like, I want to do Patrick Mahomes things. You remember that?
I mean, the movement's there, bro. He's that good. Why are you holding him back? He's not a rookie.
Because Pete Carroll.
Yeah, but Pete Carroll's smart enough now. It looks like he knows what he has. Like that box score right there tells 31 to 35. There was and they had control of that game the whole time. You know what I mean? So Seattle look good. They look good to me, and they're everyone's favorite to come out of the NFC. Not everyone's, but one of the many that gets selected. Let's just say.
Remember, I have them as going to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like when I take my bias out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Atlanta, fun offense, trash. They're gonna have a trash year.
Yeah. Okay.
Josh Allen, he's gonna just run around all the whole fucking field.
Hey,
year, like
he's so funny, dog. He's such an idiot. I love it.
The early fumble.
Fuck yeah, and it's just like his body language is hilarious, dude. It's like he really doesn't know what's going on half the time. He's pure instinct, I think.
Absolutely. He drops back. I think he just pretends he's looking down the field, and then he just like, oh shit, and he runs around, and then he looks up and makes a play. Like, I don't think he's reading any kind of thing, but he didn't. I don't think he knows how to read. Bro. 46 times they threw it.
That is it. See, that right there is not going to continue, though. And
I don't know, bro.
I think
change in the guard.
They honestly.
Because here's why: their best play is Josh Allen dropping back and saying, "Oh fuck, I gotta run." That's their best play. That's when they're most efficient. He's their best running back. So I mean, really, do you want to just run it with Singletary and Moss?
I'm so upset.
Give them 35 carries combined, or do you want to throw it to Diggs and Brown?
I am so upset that I don't have as much Brown as I have because
we weren't buying it.
I love downtown John Brown though, and we seen the connection last year, and now Diggs is going to be the one drawing the attention from whatever number one corner, because John Brown balled against number one coverage last year.
Absolutely,
he out targeted him.
On the other side.
He out targeted Diggs.
Also notice, I'm gonna shock everyone here. The Jets are a fucking joke. Sam Darnold was running for his life as soon as he snapped the ball.
That line is like damn near brand new. It's not gonna look good for a long time.
No, so Le'Veon Bell. If you have him, I feel bad for you because it's not going to be fun here.
Hey, you notice that he has a hamstring, and I didn't put any of those other running backs on the waiver wire targets because it's like you just don't want anyone there.
No, you don't want anything. You can live with Jamison Crowder. I still think Chris Herndon has some value. It's just because like I said, as soon as he snaps the ball, he's looking to get rid of it because he's running for his life. Those are the two guys that are your quick release guys.
Hey, what's the Chris Herndon stat line? I didn't check on him.
He got six catches for 37 yards.
I love it.
So the 6 catches I like for 37 yards, but
no, I'm just saying though, we love that though.
Like, but Buffalo D is legit. So
yeah, so
they're trash.
There's only upside then.
Let's see. Next takeaway was DeAndre Swift. Ah, you motherfucker. You had it.
Hey, well listen.
You fucking had it.
40% of the snap.
And you let Trubisky, the greatness of Trubisky, live on.
Well, hey man, it's just something about that. And when he shows up against when the bear goes up to fight a lion, you know what I'm saying? You know what? He's the lion tamer, that Trubisky.
AP is AP a thing? Hold on, we never even. That's not.
Well, I mean, I throw him on the list, I guess.
And Kerryon Johnson can be cut, right?
Yeah, he's droppable. I'm not fucking with
that. He's done. DeAndre Swift though, we'll get
some. Says a lot.
Over there.
Whenever an organization has a guy who they actually drafted, this regime drafted Kerryon Johnson, then they go ahead and draft DeAndre Swift, and then they're like, you know what? I don't think he knows that we don't like him. Bring over AP. You know what I mean? And put him in the game right away.
Fast, no problem. And
he got all the targets though. He got all the targets that DeAndre Swift and this regime, they wanted to boost his confidence with the game on the line. They went to him and he dropped that thing.
Absolutely wide open. Matthew Stafford still liked what he did. Looked good to see him back. So Detroit will just be fun to watch with him, especially once they get Kenny Galladay back too. So. What else did I notice? Let's see. We'll close out of there. Aaron Rodgers is back. We said that earlier.
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
Hey, listen. All you motherfuckers in the fantasy industry that was trying to knock Bogard, saying that Cam Newton, I don't know. Like, what? Tim Tebow and Josh McDaniels made magic happen. Why in the fuck couldn't Cam do that? And they had design runs for him. They had what? They had a bunch formation to the right with the receivers. Boom. Play action.
Absolutely.
He runs
Cam
to the fucking left.
Back. He's not going to be a very good passer this year, but his legs alone
Hold on, let me see something.
Make him elite.
James White stats in this game.
I don't have any James White shares, so do you know James White's stats before I pull this up?
And 30 receiving yards on 3 catches.
Okay, so he had three catches for 30 yards, and he also had 30 yards on the ground. I guess that's not bad for a flex.
Listen. New England is going to be abysmal fantasy wise outside of Cam Newton. Anybody other than that?
Oh, I forgot to put N'Keal Harry as a pickup too.
Absolutely, but the yardage is just not going to be there for any of these guys. Like, it's going to have to be receptions and touchdowns because they're not going to.
Edelman was eating.
Not throw that much.
Edelman was heavily targeted, but it could be
7 targets. Cam only threw it 19 times.
But it really could be that this is a funnel defense. You know, they're a tight secondary over there in Miami now. You know what I mean? So everything over the middle is just Edelman just eating.
Yeah. I wouldn't feel confident with them, but we'll see what kind of what they look like once they have to throw up more than 19 times.
Yeah.
Philly's in trouble losing to Washington like that.
Also, Mike Gesicki is worth looking at if there's no Parker.
Yeah, he was kind of banged up too, I think, but that whole situation, or maybe it was just New England, but we'll see if they bounce back. What is Josh Jacobs for real?
For real. It's for real that Carolina is picking up where they left off as a bad run defense. And that line in Vegas is good, bro. That's a good line. It's a good offensive line.
The 3 touchdowns I think is not going to be like that. But I mean, he did only average 3.7 yards a carry. So
the one thing that you want to
he got a ton of volume.
You want to notice the one thing that I pay attention to the most is the 4 targets, and he went 4 for 4.
Yeah, pulled up another 46 there on the ground on the air.
Yeah. I'd say he's for real until for now. Until he gets hurt.
I was not a buyer of Josh Jacobs, so the volume is there.
I have no.
Henry Ruggs looked good too until he got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to put him on the injury shit. That's right. He's one too, and another takeaway from that game is Derek Carr still rocks mascara. Okay, so another takeaway that I wanted to point out was the goddamn the Cowboys game, man. Like Malcolm Brown, dude. Like Cam Akers, what do we do with him for now? Like I'm not panicking at all, but I'm.
If you drafted Cam Akers in the 4th round, you should be worried. And if you have Malcolm Brown, maybe you can breathe a little bit. But I mean, you're gonna.
Are you feeling comfortable? Are you starting a Malcolm Brown?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
I'll flex Malcolm Brown happily, or even as an RB2 if my situation's that bad, to where I can.
Deeper leagues, fine, but majority of people are in 12-team leagues type shit, so.
I mean,
I don't know. I just don't feel like chasing that. Like this same thing happened last year. He gets 2 rushing touchdowns from within the 5.
What you got. Here's what what Todd Gurley was there last year. Cam Akers is not Todd Gurley, unfortunately. He might one day be better.
I think
but I
this
don't think
is.
He will be Todd Gurley.
I think this is directly a fact. The direct factor is that like. There was no preseason. The type of offseason that we had makes a lot of these. Someone in that system, a Sean McVay system, which is very intricate, you would imagine. I just don't think Cam Akers has a grasp on the playbook yet.
I mean, he got 14 carries, so I mean, he just he wasn't efficient. You know what I mean? So Malcolm Brown just looked like the bigger, more physical back. They're both going to be a full timeshare, so I mean, it's all going to be whoever I guess. Gets
the goal line
touchdowns
carries.
In the ends, but I didn't see any of them really do anything in the passing game. Let me see here, unless I missed that. Malcolm Brown got 3 catches actually, so shit. If he's getting the catches and the goal line works, why wouldn't you? I mean, he's at equal value of Cam Akers.
They love Malcolm Brown over there because even last year in the offseason going into 2019. They slapped a 2nd-round tender on him, and the Lions, because remember I told you the Lions are trying to find every way to say fuck you, Kerryon Johnson. Even last year they signed Malcolm Brown, and then because there's a tender, you got it. I mean, not a tender. What is it when you're a restricted free agent?
Right.
They matched it because they want it, and I think this is 100% correlation with him just knowing the offense. Knowing the playbook, like he's going to be the guy until Cam Akers is acclimated fully. Am I crazy to think that Cam Akers is going to be a thing eventually?
More than a 50-50 timeshare. Not completely crazy.
He had 6. Malcolm Brown has 60%.
There's not going to be any Malcolm Brown.
Malcolm Brown has
crazy.
Like for instance, DeAndre Swift. he's already flex worth. Like I don't even think I could flex Cam for example for Cam Akers. DeAndre Swift on the other hand, he had 40% of the snap share, and he had all when they were in in playing from behind. He was getting
he
all
didn't
the
get that many touches though.
but he was getting all the targets though, and the snap count was there.
His role should grow, but like I said, in that situation too, AP is going to be the bigger, more physical back that you can lean on. That's not a rookie. You know what I mean? So if you have Cam Akers, Malcolm Brown's going to be involved all year, and he looked better than Cam Akers.
I think week one.
Flips.
I think we saw. Okay, here's my takeaway from week one in general. Committees and timeshares are everywhere. Even like James Conner, they were involving like everyone. And then when James Conner got hurt, it was like, okay, everyone. You know what I mean? Like Chris Carson, who's a bell cow, they were working in everyone. You know what I mean? Like, and I think this is just teams being smart where they're not trying to.
No training camp.
Exactly. No training camp. No preseason to get guys.
All of that, exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So it's like, but how long does this carry on into the season? Is what I'm curious to see. You know what I mean?
I feel like the first few weeks is going to be this 3, maybe 4 weeks.
Basically a preseason.
Exactly. But I mean, a lot of the teams look pretty good though. Like there were some teams that looked sharp. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the good teams.
Exactly. So we'll see. Yeah, I'd say a good month before you start seeing teams really like kick it into high gear.
Are you upset about our Niner loss? I'm not really that upset.
I'm not. It was a disappointing loss, but
we just don't have nobody right now.
We were right there. We were right there to do it. We didn't do it at the end. We could have stole it, even though they gave. We lost the lead. We took it back. We lost it again, and we were right there. So bad loss, but Arizona really wanted this game. They're a tough team. They're better. Hopkins absolutely murdered us. My God.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was going to happen.
I have Hopkins and
I have no share. I have one share.
I have Nuke Skywalker in one league, and this was right after the trade. It's actually one of the fantasy leagues. It's an analyst league, and it's for charity. And we did this draft like 4 months ago for real, which was insane. But I remember I got Nuke in the first round because I was just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Let's see what my team will look like. And then, they were like, this is not a mock draft. You know what I mean? They're like, this is a real. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, it kind of worries me now because I really slept on that. And if this is what it's going to be over there, where it's just fucking Kyler force feeding Nuke all day, and then everyone else gets the crumbs, he's in for a big year.
I'm really big on Christian Kirk, but then at the same time too, it's like.
Young Kyler has got Nuke Skywalker over there saying the Force is strong with you.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean?
Kyler Ren.
And Kyler's just gonna feed him, bro, all year. Why would they change? Why would he go away from this?
Talking about our Niners L, I'm about to take a shot. What other takeaways you got for me, Goo?
Niners is gonna be rough on offense, bro. That Mostert touchdown was nice, but I mean, in this grand scheme of things, that was kind of fluky. You know what I mean? A 70-yard touchdown is not something you rely on. So outside of that, we scored 13 points that one play. So I'm worried about the offense. I'm worried about the passing game.
Playmakers, let's go into the time machine. I want y'all to remember with me. I had a saying last year. We're winning ugly with handsome Jimmy. And it looked full ugly again. Only we didn't get the W. And if we would have pulled it off when we had a chance to, because I'm telling you, bro, I'm not down on Jimmy. He just.
No, I'm not either. We had a chance to win it. Like I said.
And the defense just made plays.
Exactly.
He had Taylor there. Boom. The defender slapped that thing out the air. He had Kendrick Bourne. Same thing. The DB made the play. we just don't have this super standout talent outside of Jorge.
Absolutely. That's why it's going to be inconsistent, and you're going to have to really get things like Mostert 70-yard touchdown runs to have effective for Jimmy to have good-looking stats.
Do you sell high on Mostert right now?
Nah, I like Mostert because he's their best player.
Me too. One of our second best, I guess.
No, Kittle's our best player, but your running back is going to get more touches than your tight end.
Man.
Say that again?
Kittle gets hurt, dude. Like this is not a fluke thing. Like he gets hurt.
I didn't like the play. I don't like seeing anybody jump up for a catch anymore in the NFL. Unless it's like going down the field.
That's
really like
that's a quarterback thing. Like you got to be as sharp with the ball placement. If your guys jumping up to get the ball, it's either a poorly thrown ball or he's throwing it out of reach of somebody. But yeah, in this case, that was a poorly thrown ball.
Absolutely. Didn't have too many other takeaways other than Joe Burrow looks like he's going to be a game manager.
Okay,
for a while.
I didn't like that.
Looks like he's going to be a game manager.
I didn't like that. The Rook woulda, shoulda got this W, bro.
He's got some wheels on.
I didn't like that call.
Game was ugly.
I didn't like that
Both
call.
Those teams are ugly, but
I didn't like that call.
I guess San Diego or the Chargers are. I keep calling San Diego.
I
always be San
don't
Diego.
like the San Diego LA Chargers. They got the favorite. They got a bone thrown their way. Come on, was that OPI?
Push off? Are you talking about the push off? Yeah. Hey, here's the thing that I think you're gonna start seeing, bro, and then I'm gonna
A lot more OPIs with no audience.
No. You're gonna start seeing wide receivers and corners really start flopping like fucking NBA players pretty soon. Because those calls were borderline.
Like the Ramsey
Jalen
one?
Ramsey on the Cooper call, he threw he sold the call. Like if you start selling these, you're gonna see more guys.
Well,
flop.
Ramsey has spent the last couple of years in LA. You know, he's got the acting thing down.
I'm telling you, you're gonna start seeing guys flop on and showing and selling that kind of contact. Just a weird thing, but no, I mean that was a weak ending for sure. But I kind of was a push off.
Yeah, I think I just wanted Burrow to like get the win, and like, you know what I mean? Because I love the kid.
We all did. No one wanted the Chargers to win. No one wanted the Chargers. to win.
You see the pervert getting in the game?
I did not.
Yeah, they put in Justin Herbert at one point, right? Am I remembering this right? I was streaming yesterday.
I did not.
I started early
catch that aspect of it.
Check
But
that out.
If he
Check
cracked the
that.
box score, I'd be impressed. Let's see. He didn't crack a box score. No.
But
He might have came in and took a knee. And then also the Cleveland Browns are a joke. And my other theory is that
they are just the Browns, and they're just cursed, and
no, they're
like
not cursed. They're
okay,
Browns. And that's why Odell is not mad being there because he likes it brown. You know what I mean?
That's
and
funny.
he's gonna have a bad year because
What's up with that, man? Odell likes watching girls take a dump.
They get a lot of they would shit on him. The media would pretty much shit on him all year. You know what I'm saying? So I think Odell's just tanking for that reason because he
likes
really
being
likes to get
on.
shit on. He just likes to get shit on.
He's a weirdo, man.
Fucking guy.
Okay.
Fucking guy.
All right, so let's get into our brand new segment. Last to close this show up. It's a segment I call Fantasy Row. And row as in WROE. It's an acronym. It's the fantasy wide range of emotions. So what as far as your teams that you have, right? Out of we both have 13 teams. Right?
Okay.
Ironically, right? We both have 13 fantasy team or leagues that we're in. So what are some wide range or some fantasy wide range of emotions that you've been going through? Good or bad?
A lot of positives. We went 10-3 on the week. Documented 10-3. So it's a lot of positive things. The three losses got cute in a couple spots. Could have won one of them, but I mean, God, you go 10-3. How can you complain, man? I'm feeling great. Got Devontae Adams everywhere. He carried me. Calvin Ridley everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no negativity over here. Came back and beat your cousin right before we came on the show. So It just was getting sweeter and sweeter. So my emotions are running high, but what are you going through?
Well, I am so proud, like a proud father. My man, the Ginsu, man. I've been overjoyed. And then in the same game, listen, I don't like seeing players get injured, but when you draft someone like Jonathan Taylor in the back of a third round or early fourth round,
Absolutely,
I'm just
return to the back.
overjoyed. Like, yes, let's go. It's Jonathan Taylor Thomas time. Motherfucking, I was a fan of him when he was the voice of Simba in The Lion King. And I loved him on Home Improvement, and now he's rushing touchdowns, or not rushing touchdowns. He's rushing the ball for Indy behind that line. One of the Tyler Boyd, that one really fucked me up because
that bothered me too.
It really bothered me because I'm like, yo, this is your hot read right here. Like he's trying to make game breaker plays. I love that, but yo, just.
No, here was the problem with that
and he was
scenario.
Okay, what
was that they were actually in the game?
Yeah, that's true.
And these motherfuckers started like, oh shit, we're in the game. We got to try to win. And just like play this conservative ass game plan. What we need is someone to come in and beat the shit out of the Bengals so they can just fucking throw like we want them to and dump it off to Joe Mixon and Tyler Boyd can get his 8 to 10 catches. For no good reason.
Oh, I forgot to say too.
But instead that they played some stupid ass 16-13 game.
Hey, I will say too. I forgot to mention one of my takeaways was AJ Green. Man,
look good.
Yeah, just he looked alive.
I mean, it looks like he's had a year off.
Yeah, and as much as you said about the whole. We're going to see a lot of these guys like flip-flopping and taking dives in like the NBA. Bro, that kicker, he must have fronted so bad, like, oh, stop my leg or whatever the fuck it was. That shit was hilarious, bro.
He quickly grabbed that leg.
Yeah. Okay, some other wide range of emotions I was going through was obviously my Niners receiver situation. Just going crazy because it's like, and like I said, this is the fantasy wide range of emotions because I don't have Kittle anywhere, but for everybody that has Kittle, if he's just the only game in town, it's not good. You know what I mean? Like as far as like the receiving option, because we need him to block a lot of times. He can't just be out there running routes every single play. He needs to help in the run game. And then, so that therefore, if he's the only real true threat at the receiving option, you know what I'm saying? Yo, they're going to beat him up. You know what I mean? And then, like, how's he going to be able to block to help one of our strengths, which is our rush attack? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, because then, like I said, going back to fantasy, wide range of emotions, that hurts a lot of my Mostert shares. I have Mostert in a lot of leagues because he was a value.
Absolutely. The offense is going to just struggle without their full capacity at Playmakers. So Debo going on the IR right before the game or the day before was a little. That
was a trip.
It was kind of like, what do you like? Why? What's going on? Like, why didn't they do that sooner? You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah.
Like why? But it's better to be safe than sorry. So I wasn't mad at it, but
it just
that right there.
I feel like they knew he wasn't
being out. So it's just that whole situation's a joke. They get no sympathy from me.
And another wide range of emotion I'm going through. I got a ton of Michael Thomas, including my keeper league, and fucking friendly fire. And it was at a point in the game where the game was already out of hand, where you're like, okay, it wasn't close enough to the end of the game where they could start taking a knee. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and then he gets hurt just being on the field because of fucking stupid Latavius Murray.
Yes, that's a tough one. That's a very tough one for sure. Didn't do much on the day and then leaves with an injury too. So
just like a fucking former Raider, you're still a Raider. You fucking Tay. Anyways, I know I had one more. J.K. Dobbins, who I have in a number of spots, as well as Zach Moss, who I have in a ton of spots.
That was the next guy I was just about to mention.
How are we feeling about that? Because I love that. I hate Mark Ingram. Fuck him.
It was
That god
absolutely
awful.
delightful to see J.K. Dobbins get 2 goal line touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like, why
And
is he
just,
in there? Because
I mean,
Mark
only
Ingram-
7 touches though. So should we
only
like?
7 touches, but I think Mark Ingram only had like 10 or 11, if I'm not mistaken. Let me confirm that number, but it didn't seem like he was very effective. Mark Ingram, 10 carries, 29 yards. So, I mean...
Cut him!
I don't know what happened over there. It looked like Cleveland was pretty much ready for their run game. And they were pretty inefficient, and they were just... I mean, that game, they didn't have to do too much. Baltimore just beat their asses.
their entire secondary was like backups. So it was like they exploited the fuck out of that. Like,
But, yeah, no, they kicked their asses. But I like Dobbins for sure. Like, that's, like, it's so encouraging that he got that many carries and both the touchdowns as well. It's not like they're confident putting him in there. So, please, Mark Ingram, pull a Marlon Mack, would you?
damn.
Is that asking too much?
No, it's not. I mean, it's still
A bit
mean.
harsh?
I mean, just let it happen. Let the fan. Listen, I'm pretty sure Mark Ingram. He's the guy too. He's probably still. You know what Mark Ingram should just be? Just be the fucking cheerleader for Lamar Jackson like you were last year, just riding his John. Hold on, before the press conference, let me introduce you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Big Trust. Woo woo. Shut the fuck up. Riding his John.
You know when that happened, you were just as bothered as you are right now.
Yeah.
Still hasn't cooled off, and I love it.
Fucking. What a fuck. That's like the guy who knows no one likes him, and he's like, well, let me just get the most important guy on the team to like me so he can vouch for me behind my back. You know, like, nah, man, I like Mark Ingram. Because you know when Mark Ingram leaves the room, everyone looks around and they go, I can't stand that guy. You know what I mean? Then he comes back in. What was everyone? He's the guy that comes into the locker room. Everyone gets quiet. And he's like, hey, what was everyone talking about? They're talking shit about you, you fucking shit.
Put it out there. Tell them how you really feel.
Yeah, I'm holding back too.
Yep. But Dobbins, fuck yeah.
And Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying? I was going through watching him do great because that is like one of those guys like I thought was with his mother, and I was like, yo, your kid's off the wall. But then I'd tell the homies, yo, but this kid though, he can go places, you know what I'm saying? But he's a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? And like, I only have him in one league, and I'm mad. In super flex leagues too, like he was like a value in super flex leagues, 5th, 6th round type of shit. I was always trying to pull up a Matt Ryan or a Kyler Murray early. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And then
like,
it comes back to haunt you.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the goddamn Jets, so you know what I mean. Like, well, and he's just a fucking idiot. If the Jets can turn you over, Stallion, you know what I mean? And 45 pass attempts, come on, that's not happening more.
Oh man, the emotions.
Yes,
Run hot.
Fantasy Row. That was a good first time segment. I like it.
I'm just too happy. You know, I'm just too happy.
You're fucking whack right now. Get mad with me.
Why? I mean, I would be mad too if, you know, the score's kind of... I'm just looking at the GKL and it's like...
Yo,
wow.
your team, like, you're like poised to go fucking a three-peat. This pisses me off. How about that? Before we close this segment out...
It comes in and makes a statement opening week and stamps a 230 almost on you guys.
On me, motherfucker, say it.
On you, I almost doubled you up.
You did?
And you have a good team.
Yeah, either way. Anyways, this was the Real Fantasy Playmakers. Playmakers, you all know what to do. Hit that subscribe. Share this joint with everybody. Hey, if you guys...
Your cousin took a shot at greatness today. He took a shot.
This guy. You know what's crazy? You guys were the 1 and 2 scorers on the week. That hurts. That's the type of shit that...
It only hurts if you're 2.
Yeah, because you play the number one guy, and it's like you could have played.
No, I know that's painful. I'm talking shit.
11.
Son of a bitch,
Talking
but
more shit.
I've been on.
Hey, what about you? What about in the East Side League?
Got my ass whooped. The bell cow.
He got you?
He cooked me.
I didn't look at the standings in that one.
You know how bad my week was? I picked up Steven Gostkowski yesterday morning.
Oh shit! He just minus his points in the month.
Yeah, no, it was. He salvaged his day with that field goal.
Oh, so he got you the minuses back.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad week there. That was one of my 3 losses. So we're gonna eat that one on the chin.
It doesn't sound right. Pause.
It didn't sound right.
Help me out there. But yeah, Playmakers, you know what I'm saying? Head on over to monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code GMM. We're going to help you win some bread. We'll match you all the way up to $50 on your first deposit. Also, you know, we're still running that the $100 giveaway. All you got to do is send us a screenshot on either Twitter or IG, and that's at the GMM Network on both Twitter and IG. And then all you have to do is send a screenshot that you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and you get entered in. And also, we're giving away 25. We have 10 different $25 giveaways that we have available for Monkey Knife Fight. But I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. When I talked to our sales rep, shout out to our sales rep. He said you can only use it at their merch shop. I didn't know that, and that's all right. But you know what? Their gear is actually kind of tight. You know what I mean? But still, that was like, okay. But either way, all you gotta do is sign up, make an account, use our promo code. We're gonna get you some bread. You know what I mean? I won some bread over this week. Did you fuck with it at all? Did we lose them? Go.
Oh, no, I'm here. I did not get on there. Nope. I was just trying to lock
Shame on you, Goo.
Shame on me. Y'all be back week 2.
Yeah. All right, Playmakers. You already know. We're gonna catch you this week for the week 2 preview, where we be going game to game, breaking down all the under overs, the spreads. You know what I'm saying? All the Vegas shit, everything. Fantasy implications, all that shit. Hey, Goo, what you got to tell the people?
Shit, we coming for this 3-peat over there. You know what I mean? I'm coming to get all this work this year. You know, I've been quiet, but
I'm
just trying to